You might need a little plane too for where we're going.
Yeah.
The wheels will get you to the airport, and the plane will take you all the way to Ireland. So trips close to home and far away. AAA Highroads Dan Davis shows us in the next couple weeks. We can have a little bit of everything. And tonight, well, you look great in the green.
Yes, I went full Irish for you.
So you went to Ireland for how long?
Well, we were there about a week. You know, it's unusual. We went with Colette Travel. This was a bus tour, and you saw the bus going by there, and you see some of the folks. By the way, that's Hugo, and our thing was, wherever you goes, we go.
Oh.
So, you know, one of those things. I had to throw that out.
Thank you.
But no, we did a trip with Colette Travel through AAA, of course, and we'd never done a bus tour before, but I really enjoyed it. A couple of great things about it. If you haven't been there before, it's a great way to see the big parts of the country, Kilkenny, Killarney, Waterford, etc. You meet these wonderful people, and so you're never alone. We actually had some singles traveling on this trip, and what's nice is even if you're a single and you're not sure about going on something, you go on a trip like this, and you feel like you're traveling with people.
Yeah.
This is in Ireland, and this is O'Connell Street, and it's really interesting. It was only 100 years ago they had a revolution, still bullet holes in the post office.
Wow.
This is St. Patrick's Cathedral going back to like the 1100s.
Oh,
but wait till you see this one picture. They're collecting money for the for a new organ, and not to be stereotyping, but who else would put a keg, a beer keg out as their fundraising deposit?
Well, I guess the organ player.
I just love that. But it was a wonderful trip. We saw so many things, and of course, everybody has to go to the
beer.
Have to go to the Guinness. What do they call that there? It's the brewery place, but it's in an old factory, and it is really just a fascinating place. Just about the history. You know, they signed like a 900-year lease back in the 1600s or thereabouts. So they got about 700 more years to go.
So they're pretty safe. They'll be there for a while if you want to visit. But you like the bus tour, so a thumbs up on the bus tour idea.
You know what? Let me just say two things. One, a bus tour is a great way to do it. Some people don't like packing and unpacking every day, every couple of days. That's one of the things you have to consider.
Just, you know, take out what you need. You don't have
to,
you know,
pack light.
Everything. Come on, pack light. Well, I'm not doing that. Okay, Colorado Springs. What'd you find there?
You know what? We were just up there about 2 months ago, and we found these bighorn sheep. This is on top of Pikes Peak. And there is so much to do around Colorado Springs. It's such a beautiful place. But what we did was join this bike tour and rode our bikes down Pikes Peak.
You did that, Dan?
That's me on my bike. But I will tell you, it's not as scary from your perspective as it is the camera because you have a wider view. I never felt like I was going to fall off.
Yeah, that looks scary right there.
But you start at like 14,200 feet and you just go downhill. So if you're really good at riding the brakes, and coasting.
You'll enjoy it? Just
thoroughly.
For speed.
But look at this. This is the signature switchbacks. And I tell you what, that just says it all about not just the scenery and beauty of Colorado Springs, but being out there and doing something with it.
Yeah, how cool. It looks like a fun trip. And I would never think of coasting down Pikes Peak.
There are some uphill, but most of it's down here, so you're pretty good. And I want to tell you about, this is the Buffalo Lodge Bike Resort. This is where we stayed, and it's a bike resort that is really designed for people who are there for their enjoyment of their bikes. That was a national team that we saw going by there, world-class riders. It's on a bike route, and it's only about 3-5 miles from Garden of the Gods. And the most interesting thing is the owner of that hotel used to drive a live truck here at Channel 3 back in the 90s. And so we've stayed friends, and she's gone on, and she has really done a nice job up there. So I want to make sure everybody knows Buffalo Lodge.
And what's her name?
She was Tori Jennings.
Tori Jennings.
Well, she was. She is.
Oh, she is. She still stands, my friends. So you can see all of this tonight on AAA Highroads with Dan Davis. What time? Right here on 3 TV.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Set your VCRs. Remember those? No, tune in. We'll be right back, Arizona. What's a VCR?
Here in Texarkana, and we'll bring it back no matter what it takes.